The mind is one of the most remarkable gifts we possess. It is a treasure chest of thoughts, imagination and reason, the seat of our ability to discern truth and choose the path we walk in life. Yet, like any treasure, it is vulnerable to the corrosion of lies, the weight of fear, and the pull of distractions. A mind left unattended becomes a battlefield, its potential diminished by the forces that seek to shape it for their own ends. But there is hope. The secret to renewing your mind lies not in willpower alone, but in aligning it with a higher purpose, a divine truth that transforms the very essence of who we are. Renewing the mind is not a one-time event, but a continual process. The human mind, like fertile soil, constantly absorbs seeds. Some seeds are good truth, love, wisdom, while others are destructive fear, bitterness, deceit. The challenge lies in discerning which seeds to cultivate and which to uproot. Renewal begins with a choice, an intentional act of turning away from the patterns of thought that diminish us and toward those that elevate us. The first step in this renewal is recognizing the mind's current state. Much like a mirror reveals the imperfections on our faces, reflection and self-examination expose the clutter that has accumulated in our minds. Are we driven by fear? Consumed by pride? Weighted by guilt? These are not just fleeting emotions, but mindsets that shape our actions and influence our destinies. Renewal demands honesty, a willingness to confront the shadows within us and name them for what they are. Once the mind's condition is laid bare, the next step is to identify the source of true renewal. Many look to self-help strategies, worldly philosophies, or fleeting pleasures for mental rejuvenation. These may provide temporary relief, but often leave us unfulfilled. True renewal comes from aligning our thoughts with eternal truths. It is not about escaping reality, but about seeing reality as it truly is, a world imbued with divine purpose and meaning. The act of renewing the mind involves feeding it with what is good and true. Just as a healthy body requires nourishing food, the mind thrives on the sustenance of wisdom, beauty, and virtue. What we consume through books, conversations, entertainment, and experiences shapes our thoughts. To renew the mind is to be intentional about this consumption, seeking what uplifts, inspires, and challenges us to grow. But renewal is not merely about addition, it is also about subtraction. The mind must be cleansed of the toxins that distort its purpose. These toxins may come in the form of harmful beliefs, grudges, or the incessant noise of a world clamoring for our attention. To free the mind, one must practice detachment, not in the sense of apathy, but in the sense of releasing what hinders us from embracing truth. This may mean letting go of grudges, silencing inner critics, or stepping away from influences that breed confusion rather than clarity. Another critical element of renewing the mind is discipline. The mind, left to its own devices, often drifts toward what is comfortable or familiar, even if those things are harmful. Renewal requires a deliberate effort to redirect the mind toward higher pursuits. Discipline is not merely about restraint, but about training the mind to focus, to question, to seek. It is the practice of engaging in habits that strengthen mental resilience and foster a deeper understanding of truth. Central to this process is the principle of transformation. To renew the mind is not merely to change its thoughts, but to reshape its very essence. It is about moving from a mindset of scarcity to abundance, from fear to faith, from despair to hope. Transformation is not achieved through external changes alone, but through an internal revolution, a shift in how we perceive ourselves, others, and the world around us. This transformation is deeply tied to the concept of identity. Many of the struggles we face in our minds stem from a misplaced sense of who we are. The world often tells us that our worth is tied to our achievements, possessions, or the opinions of others. But these are fleeting measures of value. True identity is found in the knowledge that we are created for a purpose, that we are loved beyond measure, and that our lives hold intrinsic meaning. Renewing the mind involves reclaiming this identity and allowing it to shape our thoughts and actions. Community also plays a vital role in the renewal of the mind. Though the work of renewal is deeply personal, it is not meant to be done in isolation. We are influenced by those we surround ourselves with, for better or worse. Surrounding oneself with individuals who inspire, challenge, and support is essential to fostering a renewed mindset. These relationships act as mirrors, reflecting back the truth and helping us stay accountable in the journey of renewal. Gratitude is another cornerstone of a renewed mind. The practice of recognizing and appreciating the blessings in life shifts our focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. Gratitude rewires the mind to see beauty amidst struggle, opportunity in challenges, and hope in the face of uncertainty. It is not merely an attitude but a discipline that cultivates joy and contentment. Lastly, renewing the mind requires hope. Hope is the force that propels us forward, even when renewal feels slow or incomplete. It reminds us that the process is worthwhile, that the effort is not in vain, and that transformation is possible. Hope anchors us in the knowledge that renewal is not solely our work but a cooperative act with a higher power, one that leads us toward greater clarity, peace, and purpose. The secret to renewing your mind lies in this holistic approach: reflection, intentionality, discipline, transformation, identity, community, gratitude, and hope. Each aspect feeds into the others, creating a cycle of growth that brings the mind into harmony with truth. It is a journey, not a destination, an ongoing process of becoming who we are meant to be. And while the work may be challenging, the rewards are profound, for a renewed mind is a mind that sees clearly, loves deeply, and lives fully.